Welcome to Wrap It Up. My name is Nonkazimulo Gindi. Let me tell you something. It's always so great to be with you at the end of every week, giving you all the news stories that you might have missed or those that you want to hear. And I'm sure you would agree with me that the past 2 weeks have been so eventful. We learned that the Gauteng Health MEC Bandile Masuku was suspended with immediate effect due to corruption allegations of 125 million rand that was irregularly spent on personal protective equipment. We then saw the Gauteng Premier David Makura stepping in to appoint Mr. Jacob Mamabula. And I don't know about you, although Jacob Mamabula is not a health specialist and he has experience within the medical department, I mean, it's a critical time insofar as the COVID-19 infections and death tolls are rising. But nonetheless, who are we to argue with the Premier's decision? What do you think about that? Give your comment in the comment section below. We learned that the former minister, Malusi Gigaba's wife, Norma, was arrested by the Hawks on assault and malicious damage to property. Apparently, she vandalized her husband's friend's car that was around 3 million rand, and it's said to be a Mercedes-Benz. But details surrounding that story are quite sketchy, but I will bring you an update on that story. The case is postponed to the 14th of September. We also learned that the veteran actress Kendi Moloi passed away due to cancer, a long battle with cancer. And I was listening to her daughter on the funeral service when she was detailing how her mother had suffered for 3 years in a row. And she finally released her mom to say, "Mom, I release you." When the funeral procession was about to go to the cemetery, she said, "Mom, I release you." And I guess that's the inevitable part of death. We all have to release our loved ones. Her contribution in the entertainment and film industry, and particularly her role as Bomakadzi on SABC2's Muvhango, will never ever be forgotten. Her legacy will continue to live on. And on that note, may her soul rest in peace. We also learned that the COVID-19 patient passed away at a parking lot at Northdale Hospital due to negligence of nurses. What on earth is this world coming to? I mean, the man was with his daughters, the old man was with his daughters, and he complained that, "I'm feeling cold." And they said to the nurses, "Our dad says he's feeling cold. Please give him a blanket." And the nurse said, "We don't have any blanket." And the daughters had to go all the way home to fetch a blanket for their father. And while they were fetching the blanket, the old man passed away, unfortunately. And I'm so glad that the entire Northdale Hospital managers are suspended and that justice will be served for this particular family. Zimbabwe is also in another catastrophe under the hashtag Zimbabwean Lives Matter. And the Zimbabwean president was stating that his country is actually gripped by dark forces and that anybody that promotes disunity is going to be flushed out. Zimbabwe is going through a lot, and we can only continue to pray for the country. We saw the massive explosion in Lebanon, in the capital city Beirut, at a warehouse of fireworks, and it killed so many people. I was watching the visuals. Oh my goodness. It was so scary. No one could have seen it coming. If you saw that video, you would know what I'm talking about. That explosion. Here's the warehouse burning, and then boom, out of the blue, there's a massive explosion. No one could have prepared for that. I can imagine one person was cooking, another was in the restroom, another was sleeping. I mean, a lot was happening. I was actually watching the video. One of the survivors said that we thought it's a fire back in the swimming pool area. And then the next thing, we were flying in the air. In my mind, I was like, oh my God, flying in the air. You just missed death. Oh my goodness, she's so lucky. I mean, houses as far as 10 kilometers away from the warehouse were destroyed, as well as cars they overturned. It was just one sad event. And you know, may all the souls of those that passed away rest in peace, and may their families find it in them to move on. It's very sad because the death toll also continues to rise. The Prime Minister also resigned. It's really something. Let's also continue to pray for Lebanon. We saw, in terms of sports, we saw the Orlando Pirates supporter, Mkijimbi, passing away. He passed away in his sleep, apparently, and it's not known what caused his death. I was so sad to hear that. I mean, with every game that you watched on television or being at the stadium where Orlando Pirates was playing, there was no way that you wouldn't see Mkijimbi's face. He was always there supporting, 24/7. And it's really, really sad that it will no longer be the same, even when sporting events or other people are allowed to go to the stadiums and watch, football games after COVID-19. May his soul rest in peace. And yeah, if you talk about a fan when it comes to sports, now that was a fan, a loyal fan, that is. And then to wrap up this episode, we saw hashtag a very Bonang year trending. So the show aired on the 1st of August and the 8th of August on SABC1. It actually chronicled the life of Bonang in the past 12 months. And my goodness, the show is amazing. I don't know about you. I watched it and I was so inspired. I was taking notes and I was like, my goodness, Bonang is definitely breaking records. If you're not learning something is not right with you, okay? It's either you're jealous or you have something against her or one of those things, something along those lines, okay? I'm really proud. I mean, in the first week, it broke records, the show, that is. There were 1.86 viewers, which is something that never happened on SABC1. And then the following week, there were over 2 million viewers. Now that is an accomplishment and it's a record breaker, if you ask me. So well done to you, Bonang. And we are learning. Congratulations once again. And you are showing us that it can be done. Your dreams can be accomplished. You all have to put in the hard work and believe in yourself. So that's a wrap up of all the news stories that I had for you. Remember to like, to share, to subscribe to my channel and click that bell so that you get all those notifications of any episode that comes your way. It's been wonderful and I'll be back again next week. Shop, shop.